In 1970, a qualified young woman named Judy Heumann applied to be a school teacher in New York City. She met the professional requirements, but was denied the position because of her disability. That rejection prompted a lawsuit and a lifetime of activism that truly changed the world.
What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. Think it's time we stop, baby, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Heumann sued the New York City Board of Education, which had argued her wheelchair would prevent her from evacuating students in the case of an emergency. The city reconsidered its decision, and Heumann became an elementary school teacher in her native Brooklyn.
Judy Heumann is the president of Disabled in Action, a political organization of the handicapped.
I think that what I've tried to do in part is to turn some of that anger around and put it into positive action. And outside of the fact that legislation has been passed, there's been very little actual enforcement.
Heumann went on to become a lifelong advocate for the disabled, fighting for the 1973 Rehabilitation Act that banned discrimination, and leading the famous 1977 Section 504 sit-in of a federal building in San Francisco that prompted the new Carter administration to implement those rights.
I can tell you that every time you raise issues of separate but equal, the outrage of disabled individuals across the country is going to continue. It is going to be ignited. There will be more takeovers of buildings until finally maybe you begin to understand our position.
All of it laying the groundwork for the landmark Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990.
We as disabled persons are here today to ensure for the class of disabled Americans the ordinary daily life that non-disabled Americans too often take for granted. The passage of this monumental legislation will make it clear that our government will no longer allow the largest minority group in the United States to be denied equal opportunity.
Heumann later served in both the Clinton administration and the Obama State Department, along with a number of nonprofit organizations, always fighting to remove barriers for disabled people around the world.
Can I just say, reading this book, I expected to be impressed by it, but I wasn't quite expected for how much of a badass you would be.
Stop, baby, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.